can just join whenever they're ready. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. And just a reminder, if you have any injuries or any concerns, just take care, be mindful. And yeah, so we'll meet on our mats. Find a nice comfortable seat this morning. So just finding an easy cross-legged seat. Gently rest the hands on top of the knees and then just close the eyes. So sitting up nice and tall, stacking the spine on top of the sitting bones, head and neck on top of the spine, allowing the shoulders to relax down and away from the ears.
Is that required going to each customer's turn on following?
I'm just going to close the eyes here and start to tune into our breathing.
Or is it just
Becoming aware of our breath.
okay?
And how it's moving in and out of our body
is it in
this
the same
morning.
slip file? Because I'm just wondering if I have to go through each customer's.
And I would like you to actively start to lengthen out this breath. So start to deepen it. Slow it all the way down. Sealing off the lips, breathing in and out through the nose. And then if the oceanic breath or Ujjayi breath is in your practice, you can go there. What this basically is just a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Keeping the mouth closed, breathing in and out through the nose. And with the slight constriction, you'll start to hear your own breath. And it almost sounds like the waves of the ocean. I'm just going to take a few more like this together. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Moving into alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to do some breath exercises this morning for something a little bit different. So taking your right hand, placing your right hand thumb against your right nostril, right hand ring finger against your left nostril, and your index finger and your middle finger will just gently rest in between the eyes on the forehead. To keep the eyes closed, we start by inhaling through both nostrils. Exhale out both nostrils. Together we seal off the left nostril. Inhale through the right. Closing off the right. Exhale left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close off left. Exhale out the right. You can keep this vocalization of the breath that we did before this. Inhale through the right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. We have two more on each side. Inhale right, nice and deep into the belly. Exhale left. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. And exhale right. Releasing the hand, just allow it to fall back onto the knee. And then take a moment to set your intention for today's class. As always, just a small individual phrase, statement, something you would like to keep in mind for the rest of the day, maybe leading into the weekend. And once you have set that intention, you can bring the palms to touch thumbs at your sternum. Gently blinking the eyes open, creating a soft gaze. Inhale, arms go up. Clasping the hands and releasing the index finger. Exhale, we side bend towards the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side towards the left. Starting to warm the body up nice and slowly. Inhale, one more on each side. Exhale. Inhale. Still creating that soft feeling with the head and the neck. So notice if you're holding any more tension there. Exhale, left. Slowly coming back to center. We exhale towards the right once again. Dropping the right arm. And stretching that top hand all the way over. So deepening into your side bend. From here we drop the top arm. Taking the hands all the way forward into a forward fold. Notice your sitting bones are popping off of the mat and then gently placing them back down. Taking the hands over towards the left, opening up into your side bend. So this time you have your right arm stretching up and over. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Inhale. Once more on the other side towards the left this time. You're just creating a nice circular motion with the body and the spine. Exhale forward. Maybe seeing if you can go a little bit deeper this time. Really reaching the fingertips all the way forward. Opening up towards the right. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Inhale. Clasping the hands, placing them behind the head, opening the elbows, opening the chest, gazing slightly up towards the sky or the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, round the spine. So I'll just turn to face you so you can see the action of my spine. We're still creating this wave-like motion. A really nice curve in the whole spine. Inhale up. Exhale. Start to move a little bit more dynamically this time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Taking the hands all the way behind you, fingertips behind you. Inhale, roll the shoulders towards each other, puff the chest, lifting the gaze up even more. From here we take the right hand towards the left knee, gazing over the left shoulder for a twist. Inhale, back to center. Other way, exhale. Inhale, we go back to center. We roll over the knees and we'll meet in a tabletop position. So just finding your way to a tabletop. Setting that up. So shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Your choice to either tuck or untuck the toes behind you. A few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Really tucking the chin in towards the chest and pressing through the palms of the hands. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Two more each. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. From here we're going to press all the way back, tucking your toes if they aren't already. And then just sitting towards the heels. So it's just a bit of a child's pose variation. Getting into the soles of the feet. You can rest the forehead on top of the mat, reaching the arms all the way forward. Beautiful. With your next inhale, we return back to tabletop. Keep the tucking of the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sitting bones all the way up and back. You can move through the backs of the legs, bend the one knee, bend the other. Just warm up into body. Do what you need to do this morning. Then together we'll inhale, drop the knees, hover them just off the mat into a tabletop position. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Again, find that roll in the spine. Inhale onto the toes, lifting the heels, dropping the knees, hovering them. Exhale, back. 3 more of those. Inhale, lift the heels, roll forward, hover the knees. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting the right leg up towards the ceiling for a 3-legged dog. You can move through the ankle, circle in one direction, then the other. Inhale here, exhale, stepping in between the hands for a low lunge. Dropping the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, lifting the torso. Just breathing here. Again, clasping the hands, facing behind the head, opening the elbows. Maybe lower the pelvis a little bit more to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, shifting all the way back. Moving nice and slow into a half split. There's a deep flex in the front foot, elbows in towards the midline. Inhale, shift forward. If this is tricky for your balance, you're welcome to place the hands on the mat and use your fingertips for balance. Exhale, shifting all the way back. We'll do 1 more of each. Inhale, rocking forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, coming all the way forward, tuck the toes behind you, straighten the knee. Then placing the back foot at a 45-degree angle, we move into Warrior 1. So pressing through the feet, lifting the torso, arms come up next to the ears. So in your Warrior 1, just a gentle reminder, we're looking to square the hips off. So both hip bones are facing forward, sending right hip back, left hip forward. The back foot, all 5 toes on the mat, and really gripping here. Front knee nice and bent into a 90-degree angle. Inhale. Clasping the hands once again, releasing the index finger. And then exhale, we're going to dive forward and send the index finger further away from you. Inhale, back to center, coming all the way up. Exhale, we dive forward. So you can maybe think of drawing a line with that index finger all the way from the floor towards the sky. Inhale. Sticking with it, 1 more exhale. Releasing the hands here. Placing the fingertips on either side of the foot. Straightening the front knee, and then we're going to just flip the back toes to face forward into a pyramid pose. So think of aiming to flatten out the back. If you need to come up slightly and support yourself on your front shin, do so. 1 more inhale. Exhale, we find a wide-legged forward fold, so shift both toes. Face them forward, so flip them and fold in between the legs. Inhale, we lift the right arm up. Find a nice twist. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, back to center. Finding a deep bend in the left knee and sinking the hips down for a Skandasana. So here we have a very low lunge. You'll see You aim to place this heel on the floor, but if it is lifted, perfectly fine. You should feel a stretch in the inner thighs. Let's move on to the other side. Inhale, exhale, shift. See if you can stay nice and low with the pelvis, as low as you can. Let's do one more, we shift. And then shifting all the way to the right, flipping the hips back to that low lunge. Place the hands down on the mat, push through the hands, send the right leg back to a plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, elbows in towards the waist, lower the body. Inhale, upward facing dog. Just a supported chaturanga. Exhale, all the way back, downward facing dog. Take a moment, we'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Really feel the stability in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, left leg rises. Once again, move through that ankle. Do what you need to do. When you're ready, squaring off the hips, inhale here. Exhale, stepping in between the hands for a low lunge. Dropping the back knee, untuck the toes. You know where you're going, rising up. Inhale. Breathing here. Trying to lower the pelvis down towards the mat. Clasping the hands, opening the elbows. Opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, start to shift back into the half split, flexing through the left foot this time. Again, the option of lowering fingers down to the mat is always there if you need more stability. Inhale. Exhale. You take one more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Coming all the way forward. Lower the fingertips down. Tuck the back toes straight in the knee. Setting yourself up for your warrior one. So once again, back foot to a 45-degree angle. All 5 toes on the mat. Pressing through the feet. Inhale, lift the arms. If you're finding the balance a little bit tricky, be mindful and widen your stance. So you want to think of your feet almost being hip-width distance apart rather than behind each other. So shuffle around, find your stability. Inhale here. Nice deep bend into that front knee. Clasping the hands, releasing index finger. Exhale, we dive forward. Draw that line with the fingertips. Inhale to come back up. Nice and strong and stable in the legs. Exhale, we dive forward. Inhale up. We have one more. Exhale. Inhale. From here, releasing the hands, straightening the front leg or the knee, flipping the back toes to face forward, also into your pyramid pose. Again, if you need to support yourself in order to flatten that back, do so. Breathing here. Inhale. Exhale, taking the hands all the way in between the legs, flipping the toes to face forward, wide-legged Prasarita. I'll just turn around. Inhale, left arm rises, open up, twist. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm rises, twist. Exhale, fold forward. Starting to bend the right knee. Nice deep bend into your Skandasana. Flipping left toes up towards the ceiling. And you'll maybe see there's a bit more accessibility in this posture now that we're doing it again and it's familiar to the body. Shifting, keeping the hips nice and low all the way over towards the left. Once more, towards the right. Then we shift all the way towards the left. Find that low lunge. Pressing through the hands. Left knee into the chest. Sending the left foot back into your plank. Inhale. Exhale, either on or off the knees, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, roll through the spine, downward facing dog. Breathe here. So we're going to repeat that flow once again, a little bit more dynamically this time. So inhale, right leg rises. If you want to open the hip this time, bend the knee, go there. Back to center, inhale, exhale, stepping through. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes, rising up, Anjaneyasana. Straight into it, exhale, half split, shift back. We're just going to do one more of those. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale all the way forward, tuck the back toes, straighten the knee. Warrior one, set yourself up. Inhale. So try now to move with this continuous movement, continuous flow in the body. Exhale, we're clasping the hands, drawing the fingertips down. Inhale. Two more of those. Exhale. So never stop to move the spine. Inhale. Almost think as if you reaching, just before you reach the end of the posture, you move into the next one. Beautiful, release the hands, pyramid pose, straighten the front knee, flip the back toes to face forward. Inhale here, exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Shift the hips, shift the foot. Inhale, right arm rises. This time you can take a half bind if you'd like, and by wrapping the right arm all the way around the lower back, reaching towards the left crease of the hip. And if you need some support with that left hand on the floor, widen your legs. So the wider your legs, the more accessible it is to reach the floor. Exhale, forward. Inhale, left arm up. Again, take that half bind if you would like. Exhale, forward. Skandasana, over towards the left we go. So deep bend into the left knee. That left knee. Inhale here, exhale, shifting towards the right. All the way back towards the left. All the way over to the right. Framing the right foot into your low lunge. Pressing into the hands, stepping back into a plank. Inhale. Your choice of Chaturanga. Of course, you can go straight to downward facing dog. That's always an option. All the way back. We'll move straight onto the left side. Inhale, left leg rises. Open the hip, roll through the ankle. Inhale here, exhale, stepping forward, low lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Inhale to rise. Straight into it, exhale, half split, shifting back. Let's do one more inhale. And exhale. Back to center, inhale, tuck the back toes. Lifting the back knee, warrior one, set yourself up. Pressing through the feet, arms to rise. Clasping the hands, release the index finger, exhale forward. Inhale, roll the spine back up. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale. Releasing the hands, straightening the front knee, flipping the back toes, pyramid pose. Take one big breath in here. Exhale, flip the toes, shift the hips, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, left arm rises. Again, if you want that half bind. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale. Deep bend into the right knee this time. Skandasana. Open the hips. over towards the left. One more, we go over towards the right. And then all the way over to the left, shift the hips, flip the toes, low lunge, pressing through the hands, moving into your plank, inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Breathe through the belly. Then with your next exhale, just gently lower the knees down to the mat. Find a child's pose, big toes to touch, knees out wide, reaching all the way forward. So we've warmed up the spine really nicely today, and we're going to move into our peak pose called camel. So if you know where you're going, you can go there. If you would like to just take a look, I'll quickly demonstrate how to do this. Be mindful of your lower back. It can be really intense on the lower back, so you want to really protect that by activating the core. So we start by tucking the toes behind us, coming all the way up towards the knees. So watch that my pelvis isn't out behind me, core is active, pelvis underneath. Inhale, arms come up next to the ears. Start to move the hands towards the lower back, fingertips facing up. So you want to place the heel of the hands on the lower back, just above the buttocks. Inhale here, exhale, start to shift the rib cage over the fingertips. And you're still supporting the lower back here. You'll feel there's a slight press of the pelvis forwards. So this is half camel. You can stay here if you'd like. If you want to move into the full expression, gently start to lower one hand towards the right heel, and then the left hand towards the left heel. From here, again, pressing the pelvis forward, stacking them on top of the knees, and then exhale, head hangs all the way back. So this is full camel. Coming out of it is really important. So we come out of it just as we come in. So we place the one hand towards the lower back, support yourself, then the other, and then gently coming up with the head and the spine, untuck the toes, and then just sit on top of the heels. Try not to fold forward immediately, just to reset the spine. Beautiful. So we're going to do that together, or if you've already done it, we'll do it once more. So coming up towards the knees, tucking the toes behind you. Inhale, arms next to the ears. Watch that the pelvis is underneath you. Activate in the core. Start to move the hands behind you, fingertips facing up towards the ribs. Inhale here, exhale, bending over the fingertips. You're welcome to stay here if you're wanting a little bit more. Lower the right hand down, find the right heel. So you almost feel like there's a cupping sensation in the hand and the heel. Find the left heel with the left hand. Inhale, press the pelvis forward, open the chest even more. Exhale, lower the head and hang it heavy behind you. Try and stay here for a few breaths. I know this is a lot. If you're ready to come out of it, be gentle and mindful. Protect your lower back, one hand, then the other. Release the head, release the feet, and sit all the way back onto the heels. Beautiful. Really well done, everyone. Just bring the hands towards the knees. Close the eyes. Just allow the back to reset naturally. And then we're just going to flip onto our sitting bones. So just make your way there. Bring the knees in towards the chest, arms underneath the legs, and then walking the toes or the heels towards the body as tight as you can. Inhale here, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, fold forward. Just creating a nice little ball, full body embrace. Gently releasing that, placing both soles of the feet down on the mat. Bring the right fingertips behind you, taking left hand onto the outside of the right foot, so crossing our body into a twist. Inhale, lifting the foot, right knee in nice and tight towards the chest. And be mindful here, we still want to sit up nice and tall, we don't want to be rocking onto the sitting bones. If you would like, you can extend that left knee, it's more comfortable for you. And then shift your gaze over the right. One more inhale, beautiful. Exhale, lower. Coming back to center onto the other side. So this time right hand reaches to the outside of the left foot. Left fingertips behind you. Inhale, lift the left leg, knee into the chest. If you straighten that other leg down to the mat, you can do so here. Inhale, exhale, twist. Beautiful. Slowly coming back to center. Taking both soles of the feet together. Opening the knees out towards the side for a butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall, we inhale. And then exhale, roll the spine down. So see what's comfortable for you here. You can choose to keep the heels in close to the body. If you want a slightly different sensation in the hips, you can also take the heels further away from you. And from here, keeping the curve in the spine, keeping the legs. This is going to be nice and active into the core. I'll just turn so you can face, or you can see me from side on. So you'll see in the top of my head is trying to skim the floor. I mean, it's not on the floor, but that's the idea. So we're still creating that curve in the spine. And we gently start to lower down to the mat. So it's really nice and active into the core and to the hips. You just go as far as you can. If you feel there's a catching sensation in the hips, gently just straighten the legs. And then lower all the way down onto the back. Beautiful. We'll all hug the knees in towards the chest. If you want to rock from side to side, massage out the lower back. It's done a lot for you this morning. And taking the arms to a capital T position next to you. Knees still tight in towards the chest. Inhale here. Exhale. Allow the knees to fall over towards the left. Nice and heavy in the legs, stacking the knees on top of each other. Breathing through the belly. And if you would like, you can take the head over towards the right. Beautiful. Gently coming back to center. Just onto the other side. Inhale, exhale. Slowly coming back to center. Give yourself one tight little squeeze. Hard lift the head, the neck, the shoulders. Really squeeze everything as tight as you possibly can into a tiny little ball. And then exhale all the way out into your Shavasana, your final relaxation. Straightening the legs. Either bring the hands just gently resting on top of the lower belly, Or if you would like, next to the body, palms facing up in a gesture of surrender. Wherever you are, allow the legs to completely relax, flopping the feet out towards the side. And really take up as much space as you need here to get comfortable. Closing the eyes, allow the eyelids to drift close if they aren't already. If you would like, you can once again activate that oceanic breath we practiced in the beginning of the class. A nice visualization for this would also be to think of fogging up a mirror with your breath while keeping the mouth closed. And immediately you'll feel that vocalization in the breath. Start to scan the body from the tips of the toes all the way to the top of the head. Becoming aware of feet, the ankles, calves, the knees, the thighs, pelvis, the lower belly and the lower spine, the ribs and the middle spine, the chest and the upper spine, fingertips, the hands, the wrists, lower arm, elbows, upper arms, the whole shoulder, into the neck, the throat, all the way up the face. And finally out the top of the head. And as you scan the body here from tips of the toes to the top of the head, notice any last points of tension that might still be in the body. Try and soften and release. And then taking this sensation of full body relaxation and translating it in towards the mind. And this doesn't necessarily mean to create an empty mind, but just a mind that moves freely. All the thoughts on continuous motion entering and exiting the mind. Rather than attaching or experiencing these thoughts, we're simply just noticing them. And directing the mind towards the intention you set in the beginning of the class. Keeping that intention in mind, maybe repeating it to yourself once or twice. And once again releasing it all the way out. ready. There's absolutely no rush. You can start to wake the body up. Gently start to move it, wiggle the toes, rub the fingertips together. Maybe rock the head from side to side. And take the arms all the way overhead, take a full body stretch as if you're waking up in the morning. A nice deep breath in here, and then exhale, just roll onto either side. Supporting the head with the arm closest to the ground. And then try and keep the eyes closed, just gently pressing yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Doesn't matter which way you're facing. Just once again finding that cross-legged seat. Together we'll take 3 deep breaths here to close our practice off. So we inhale, arms rise up next to the ears, palms to touch. Exhale, thumbs come down towards the sternum. 2 more. Inhale, gather the energy, reach. Exhale. Last one, make this one as big as you possibly can. Inhale. And exhale all the way out. Side out the mouth if you need to. Bowing forehead to fingertips. Sealing your practice in. Thanking yourself for showing up this morning. And from me to you, thank you so much, everybody. I hope to see you next week again. Have a lovely day, have a lovely weekend, and namaste. Bye, everybody. Have a good one.